Peace and blessings, everyone. I love how YouTube comes up and there's already somebody waiting. Y'all are so banging. Y'all know how much I love that. I love that. This is going to be a very revealing, heavy live for me today. But I thank you all for joining me. When you come into the room, say, hey, 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 hey. If you've been around for a while, you know why we say A. The name of my business is called Authentically Your Expressions, and my name is Sharonda L. Barksdale, and I am your spiritual life empowerment coach. Peace, Lydia. Lydia said, hey, over here in YouTube land. Let me share my link tree over here, Black Queens. Peace and blessings, Black Queens. I'm your admin, Sharonda L. Barksdale, one of your many beautiful admins. And here to talk about self-mastery. That's what the conversation is going to be about today. When y'all come over to YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Hey, Trent. Hey, Dana. Dana came in the room and said, hey, hey. Y'all know what it is. This is my link tree. If y'all want to come over to YouTube, you can. Come on over to YouTube land. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. I want to see that you are here. But today I'm going to talk about, like I said, this is a heavy issue for me because I want to share. I may not interact as much as I normally do through the live because I'm going to be sharing a heavy topic with you, but I want to share with you how I mastered my pain because there's so many people that have gone through so much. And when they come and they see me, then it's like, oh, she's doing so good. She probably doesn't understand what I'm going through. Oh, I understand. I understand what you're going through. So I just wanted to be able to share my story with you all. Again, if you're over in Black Queens, come on over to YouTube, hit that like button, hit subscribe. Hey, Tab. Everybody said, hey. Hey, Shay. All right, so let's go in. So what I wanted to kind of share with you all today is that I've been through a lot. You know, life looked really, really, really crazy for a minute there. Life was very, very hard. I don't recall a time. I don't recall a time that I didn't go through hard times. I don't really recall it. There were times where it was good now. I'm not saying I didn't have anything that was fun or anything that made me smile in my life, but there was always something. You know, one of my earliest memories is being a child, probably about 4 or 5 years old, and being molested by a cousin. That's probably my earliest memory that I have. And so throughout life, it was always something. It was always something. And I didn't feel really good about myself. I didn't grow up where I had a lot of people always saying good things about me. You know, I did something good, and then right behind it, you know, I was something else. I was bad. I was a smart mouth, and I was all these other things. May have been true, but I remember that way more vividly than I remember people ever telling me anything good. So back in 2012, you know, life was just hard. Like I said, I went through a whole lot. But back in 2012, I think I was 33 years old then. Stop doing the math, okay? I think I was 33, 32, something like that. Yeah. And I found out I was pregnant. And so I was so excited because I have been diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome. If you don't know what that is where instead of you ovulating, which is necessary to have a baby, you know, your ovaries let go of the egg. Mine wouldn't let go of the egg. It was turning into a cyst every single time. So I just had a bunch of cysts, and I wasn't always having a cycle. So I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome. So they told me I was having a baby and it was viable, you know, because I had miscarriages, but it was a viable pregnancy. I was so excited. Here I am having this baby. Hey, Chantel. And so I'm just thrilled, you know, just happy that my son's father, he wasn't happy, but I didn't really care. He could have done whatever he wanted to. But I was happy about this baby. However, because he was not happy about me being pregnant, he stressed me the hell out. the entire pregnancy. So it just kind of reminded me of life. Everything's got to be so hard. Here it is. I'm having a baby and pregnant, and I didn't even get to enjoy it. I didn't have a lot of people calling me and checking on me. How you feeling? How's the baby growing? You know what you think is about to happen. I didn't have that level of support. And like I said, I was kind of used to it because there wasn't a lot of people around who were there to say, ooh, she's going to be doing well. I'm so proud of her. That wasn't the talk around me a whole bunch. So here I am with this baby. And around 7 months pregnant, I was 28 weeks pregnant, and my water broke. Now, y'all know that a baby is supposed to grow for 40 weeks. At 28 weeks, my water broke. And so I had to go to the hospital, and they tried their best to keep the baby in for a while, but it didn't happen. So I went into preterm labor and I had to give birth to my son. Well, he was in the hospital for 2 months. It stressed me out. One minute you have a baby that's growing in your stomach that you're ready and excited to love, even though other people aren't acting like they're excited for you. I was just excited about my baby. Now my baby's in the hospital. So I'm having to visit the hospital daily because you can't live in the NICU to go visit my baby. Baby finally gets home. He made a miraculous recovery, came home. He was on the oxygen tank for a little while, but he did beautifully well. And I have this beautiful baby, right? A year later, I finally put him in daycare. And it was hard for me, of course, because, he was at home. I had a friend that was at home who was taking care of him for me. She lived with me, so she took care of my baby. And so here I go putting my baby in daycare, trying to, let her go do what she needed to do with her life. And then all of a sudden, I get a phone call 2 months later that my son is having a seizure. He's having a seizure. And I'm like, why would my son be having a seizure? It didn't even make any sense to me. So I had to go to the hospital and meet them there. Come to find out, he had been abused by the daycare provider. Yeah, he had been abused by the daycare provider and was suffering from what they labeled as shaken baby syndrome. He had bleeding on the brain, stretched ligaments in his neck and in his back. He had vessels broken in his eyes. He had several strokes. All this stuff was going on. My life was flipped upside down. I had already been through all this pain in life. I had people call me a whole bunch of names. I didn't believe much in myself. I let people use me and my body however they wanted to. And here I finally got this gift that was born early, survived, and now this woman tried to kill him. I was a mess. I was an emotional mess. And so in that space, it was like I really had to turn towards God. That spiritual space of I knew I didn't have power over this situation, but let me give this to God and see how this turns out, and let me see if I can hold myself together. Well, guess what? He made another miraculous recovery. This boy did it. The strokes healed. He's doing beautifully well. He's in here tearing up my house and learning and doing all this stuff just fine. He has a couple of lingering things, but nothing big, just little things that we have to deal with. But I was still in pain. So here I was taking care of this child, nurturing him back to health, doing everything he needed to do, taking him to PT, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, getting him on point. And I was in pain. So soon after my son started feeling better, I started asking people around me, the ones I trusted now, because at this point I didn't trust nobody to take care of my baby. I wanted somebody I needed a minute. So I'd ask his dad, I need a minute. Can he stay with you for the weekend? Because I need a minute to pull myself together. And I asked people, can you just watch him for a few hours for me? I need to lay down. Can somebody just keep him for me? I just needed somebody to support me in that moment. And I got what I always got. I'm busy. I have things to do. So without having that reprieve, that moment of just giving her a moment to think, I just needed to think about me for 1 second. Nobody showed up. It drove me crazy to the point that I finally broke. I mean, I broke, meaning I attempted suicide. I no longer wanted to live. I started believing that I was the problem. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. I caused my son to go through something so horrible. I caused his pain. I did this. And nobody was supporting me because there was something wrong with me. That's what I told myself. There's something wrong with me. So therefore, that's why nobody's showing up, because clearly God does not love me. God can't love me. At least that's what I said to myself. And so I tried to take myself out. As you can see, it didn't work, thankfully. But it was in that moment, the moment that I finally got the clarity. Because once I tried to take myself out, they put me in the hospital for a few days. Guess who had time to herself then? Yeah. So all of a sudden, I had this moment of clarity. Like, I understood, if I was going to have a life, if I was going to have a life that I love, then I was going to have to be responsible for it my damn self. I was going to have to be the cheerleader. I was going to have to be the one that says, girl, you're doing a good damn job. Even after my son was abused by a daycare provider, his father almost made it like it was my fault. He was angry with me. There are people who, were there and they supported through it. But the moment is over for them, it's over. He's out the hospital. People go back to their regular life. And there wasn't nothing regular about it. We suffered financially. We suffered hard. We went through a lot. And so here I am in all this pain. And then realize I have to be the one that's going to get me out of it. This is why I have created the school S.M.I.L.E. This is why S.M.I.L.E. exists. S.M.I.L.E. exists because I went through so much pain that I had to master myself. And I know there's some of y'all who are going through so much pain. Not even some, a lot of y'all are going through so much pain. And you don't even realize you can master it. So one of the things I had to do was, first, what we always talk about, self-love. I had to fully embrace Sharonda. Most of the people around me felt like they did not love me. The majority of them felt like they didn't love me. I learned how to love myself. If nobody else was going to love me, and if God wasn't going to let me take myself out of here, then clearly I had to do it. So I learned to love myself. I started embracing all parts of myself. I started thinking about, what is it that I don't like? How can I like it? How can I change it? How can I be something better? I wanted to figure out, this girl, the only one I have, this body that I have, how do I love it? And then I wanted to figure out, how do I make this life better? One of the first things I did as I began to heal was I started writing. And if you don't know, I am a published author. I have books on Books a Million, Amazon, what's the other one? Barnes and Nobles. If you Googled my name, you probably already found my books. So I began to write because I learned to focus. Another self-mastery tool. One of the things I had to master was focus. First of all, I'm a Gemini. Okay, let's just be honest. These damn air signs, we can't focus on a damn thing. We be struggling. The air be moving all the time, okay? The air is moving. Something else flew by. I got to go grab it because it flew by. Go get it. So I had to learn. How do I focus? So I love myself, but I wasn't manifesting because now I'm not focusing. Learning concentration. That's one of the topics we're going to talk about in S.M.I.L.E. as well. What else did I have to learn? Overcoming limited beliefs. When you don't love yourself, you don't tell yourself very good things about yourself. You don't believe good things about yourself. So now that I was focused, I knew how to sit down and write a whole book, y'all. I figured out how to sit down and write an entire book. I was focused. But now, do I believe it? Did I believe all the stuff that I was saying? That was the next thing. I had to overcome all the beliefs, all the stuff that people have ever. Let me tell you something. Self mastery requires you to believe something that you never even experienced. I never experienced a family who was an entrepreneur. There was nobody in my family who were entrepreneurs. Everybody was working a corporate job, you know, 9 to 5, something that somebody else owned. So now here I am trying to become an entrepreneur. What does that look like? And again, there weren't a bunch of people around me who were just being like, oh, Sharonda, I want to help you start your business. Here you go. Uh-uh. Matter of fact, I was told that I was intimidating. I was like, what? I'm trying to figure out, what do you mean? I'm sitting here, I'd be sitting there with notes, writing down stuff, learning stuff so that people pouring into me, when they did, I write down notes. And after a while, they pull back. They were like, you're kind of intimidating. How am I intimidating? I'm trying to learn from you. But they felt like I was intimidating them. I'm like, yo, I just wanted a life that I could experience, to have fun, grow, enjoy myself. And I was just surrounded by these people who always had a problem with some damn thing that I was doing. Even though I wasn't doing it to them, there was always something. So I had to learn to even master that. Sharonda, how do you get past the fact that there are people looking at you and they're bothered by everything you do? No matter how much love you're trying to send in the earth. Self mastery. I had to master and tell myself, what are your intentions though, girl? You know that your intentions are good. You know that your intentions are loving. You know that your intentions are to make life be better for all the people who are around you. So if people don't like you because you have good intentions, y'all, what's my saying? What is my saying? Fuck them folks. And that's where FTF came in. That's where it came from. I realized that no matter how good my intentions were, somebody always had a problem. Whose problem was that? Not mine. So that's what I'm here for. Exactly, Money and Trend. Fuck them folks. So that's what I'm here for today. What is it that you need to master? What do you need to master in your life? There is pain that you are experiencing. There's hurt that you've experienced. And there's a bunch of people that y'all need to tell, fuck you. Maybe not out loud, maybe out loud. I don't know. But there are a lot of people that you have to overlook because they're not happy with who you are. And guess what I found out when I learned that? When I learned how to love myself, guess what I found out? They have a problem with me because they got a problem with their damn self. They had a problem with their damn self. That's what I figured out after a while. So guess what? Y'all have to keep pushing. You have to push past your pain. Everything you've ever been through in life has the potential to make you greater than you've ever been in life. Every single thing. That's why I shared my story with y'all at the beginning. I know it sounds sad. People don't want to hear about the sad stories. They just want to hear about the overcoming. But then when somebody has overcame, then you're looking at them like they're better than you. Or, girl, you better than me. You so strong. You are equally as strong as I am. There's not a person that I've ever met who is not as equally as strong as I. I just learned how to self master. I had to master me. Me. All them negative thoughts that I had about myself. You remember them affirmations I'm always telling y'all about? There's videos about affirmations. If you're over here in Black Queens, go onto that link tree and come on over to YouTube. Come on over to YouTube and hit subscribe. And guess what, y'all? We're almost at 100 subscribers over on YouTube. So I just need about 4 of y'all to come on over and hit that subscribe button. But yeah, I had to master the thoughts. I had to master the anxiety. I had to master depression. After trying to commit suicide, I was diagnosed with major depressive disorder and severe anxiety disorder. I was on so many medications, I had to beg them people to take me off some of the meds. I was like, look, my brain is buzzing. I don't need to be this medicated. I was like, come on, give me a, y'all got to let up on these meds for a minute, man, because my brain was buzzing. It was too much. I'm not on any meds now. Guess why I'm not on any meds now? Self mastery. I learned to fight myself through every fucking thing I went through. I didn't let people hold me down. I didn't let people influence my actions. But that's why I'm doing this work with y'all right now. Because I know that you have the ability to do it. Because I could do it. What else? Manifestation. Ooh, I had to really master that space. Because I was saying and believing all kind of crazy crap. I had to believe, I had to revamp my brain. I had to tell myself stuff that I've never told myself before, that I'd never even heard people saying. I am worthy. Like Janelle, like I said to you earlier, I'm up here, I am worthy. I didn't even know what the, I'm about to cuss. I didn't even know what worthiness meant. I had to look up the definition of worthiness for me to get an idea of what it meant to feel like, to feel worthy. I had to watch videos on YouTube to hear people talking about worthiness. I didn't know what the hell that meant. Abundance, abundance. As much as I was struggling all the time and I talked about how I struggled all the time, I had to look up what abundance meant. What does it look like to have abundance? What does that mean? Do you see what I'm saying about self mastery? It's not just a saying something over and over again. It's about researching, inundating yourself in it, reading stuff about it, watching stuff about it, saying stuff about it, kicking them people out your life who says stuff that's contrary to what you believe in. Yeah, self mastery. What do y'all need to master? What do you need to master? I want to hear some things from you. Monty said today, I just realized that I have pain surrounding having curves. Girl, I feel you, but wearing dresses always gave me so much attention, and it bothers me so much that I avoid wearing dresses. And I like dresses. Cause them curves look good, girl. Cause them curves look good. But you have to embrace your curves for yourself. You have to learn how to embrace those spaces in you. I don't come to y'all on from this place of judgment. Linky says she's got a master codependency, and you are. You really are doing the work, man. I'm loving that. Janelle said, I need to master self doubt and the perception of truth. Absolutely. And this, when you know what you have to master, then you know how to go find the information and the people to support you. If you're struggling with self mastery, you should definitely be a member of S.M.I.L.E. Most of y'all who are commenting already are. But S.M.I.L.E is the Self Mastery Institute for Learning Empowerment. I felt like I needed to connect my story with the why. Why she opened a school called the Self Mastery Institute for Learning Empowerment. Yes. You trying to master this link tree? What you trying to find? When you go to Linktree, it should be different links to send you, girl, you cracking me up, to send you wherever you want to go to find me. I just put in my link for the S.M.I.L.E Institute if you want to join S.M.I.L.E. Trent said focus and not procrastinating. Girl, a lot of us have to master that. And those are the conversations we will be having in S.M.I.L.E. One of the beautiful, Focus is one of those things, girl. I learned. I was watching a video about that today. You remember that you showed me that video? I watched that video of that guy again today, the Indian guy. I can't remember his name. Absolutely, Dana. Thank you for being thankful. That learning how to focus, learning how to focus. You would think, but like he said in the video, and I think I shared it in the group. Like he said in the video, we're not even taught how to focus. But what we're not aware of is that we have the ability to travel in our brain. So I just took y'all to a place of my pain, and then I took you to a place of joy. Then I took you to a different place. Now you get to experience some peace with me because you're able to travel to different receptors in the brain. So if you're in a place of in your brain where there's pain, you get to acknowledge it, not be mad about it. I'm in a pain place in my brain. I want to travel to a peace place. So let me think of something peaceful. And you get to change where your focus is. So if you notice, girl, for me, a lot of mine was playing games on my phone and being on social media. Ain't no lie. So when I found myself sitting on social media, when I found myself on Facebook and Instagram, I caught myself. I didn't beat myself up. I was like, oh, girl, there's something else you can do. You can come back to Instagram later. So I just redirected my attention. Redirected my attention. And it takes, remember why I told you about that groove earlier? Practice. Practice. Here I am on social media. Put the phone down. Go type. Putting things in priority. What's important to you? What's most important to you? What's most important to me is a healthy family. So I learned to what activities is going to make that look right today, not tomorrow, not in the future, today. I want a healthy family today, right? If it's looking a little naked over there, look in Black Queens. A lot of people have come over to YouTube. A few of them came this way, so you can click that link tree and come over to YouTube if you want to come over. Yeah. So making my family my priority made me think about how is that going to look today? Is it going to be a healthy meal? Is it going to be reading a book? Is it going to be playing some games? Okay, that's what it's going to look like today. What is my next priority? Being a wife. How am I going to make that look today? Am I bending that thing over? Am I just sitting with him watching a movie? Am I doing whatever it is? What does that look like today? Okay, my business is my priority. Okay, what am I going to do for my business today? Okay, I'm going to work on this, and the third. All right, priority. That way, now I'm not procrastinating because I already set my plan for the day. My intentions are now set because I have now prioritized what's most important to me. And guess what wasn't included? Social media. I still get on there because that's part of my work. But I make sure my priorities are taken care of on a daily basis. Dana said, I need to master all things that is for me. Rock with it. What's most important? What's most important? Make sure y'all hitting that like button as well. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button when you get over here to YouTube. I'm so glad y'all joined me over here on YouTube. Some of y'all over here that been over here on Black Queens, y'all probably already subscribed to YouTube. But if you have not, go to that Linktree link that's pinned at the top and come on over to YouTube. Look, I need 4 more subscribers so I can get to 100 so I can feel like I've done something now. Yeah. Hey, Carrie. Yeah. This thing is not easy. I know some of y'all look at me like she make it look easy. Nah, hell, do I? I don't mean to. But Spirit would not release me to come here in front of you all until I mastered myself. How do I help master you as my client? How do I help you master you? How do I show up with your healing as a healer if I don't do it to me first? There are people out here who are teaching y'all and they have not healed at all. They have not taken themselves through anything. They went and learned some stuff and now they're regurgitating and telling it to you. as if they don't have to go through it. Trust me, baby. Your greatest healer is the one who have been through pain. Your greatest healers are the ones who have suffered and won. We have suffered. Your life looked jack. I don't know who that girl was. I knew she was powerful. Like I told you, I grew up doing oratorical contests. I'm competing in speaking contests, y'all. That's what I was doing. But then I was struggling with the manifestation of having a consistent job or consistent home. I had been evicted multiple times. Foolery with money. Wasn't manifesting money because I didn't even know that I could do something greater than the job had to bring me the money. So that's the only way I could get it. Manifestation on the struggle. Janelle said, I know it's not easy, but I know it's so worth it, girl. It is so worth it. It is so worth it. I don't even identify with that woman I used to be. Mm-mm. I love her. I learned so much from her. She taught me a lot. That woman I used to be, she taught me so much. I love her, but fuck her too. I'm just saying. Well, she serves no purpose for me in this present moment. She serves purpose for me when I'm showing you what she was, but she serves no purpose in terms of the thoughts that she had. She was a mess. She needed validation. She needed somebody else to tell her how wonderful she was. She needed direction. I used to beg spirit, please, 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 can you bring somebody in my life who will just tell me good things about myself? Could you bring somebody in my life who will give me direction? I need clarity. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing. What is it that I'm doing so wrong? Why is everything turning out so bad? I don't understand what's going on. I need you to bring somebody who showed me. And spirit said, girl, shut up. You're about to be that. You're going to be it. Self mastery. Spirit said, you're going to show up as that for you, and then you're going to show up as that for others. I said, okay. I mean, what the hell else was I going to say? I wasn't happy about it. I was not happy about it at all. But I did it. And that's what I'm requiring from y'all. And I hope that I come across as very loving when I give it to you. I hope I'm not mean or impatient. I hope not. I feel it sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. Rita says she needs to master saying no. Yes, ma'am. That's a good thing to master. It's a beautiful thing. Again, fuck them folks. FTF. If you say no and the person you said no to is not happy with your no, guess whose problem that is? I'll let you guess, Rita. I'll let you tell me whose problem it is if you say no and they're not happy with it. Thank you, Dana. I appreciate that more than you know. Because I check myself in that area too, because I know I'm intentionally this. Come on now. I'm not gonna give you I'm not gonna give you a break. But I hope this comes with love. That's all I want. I appreciate that. Yeah. It's nice to hear beautiful things about yourselves. That's why I tell y'all beautiful things about yourself. We should be able to hear that from people. We should be able to hear that. But part of your self mastery is you telling you what you need to hear about you. Self master that. Master what it is that you're looking for some man or some woman or some job to tell you about you. Master saying it to yourself. Master saying it for yourself. Thank you, Imani. Master saying it. I am love. I love me. I love them fucked up shits I do. I love the beautiful things that I do. I love how I show up. I forgive myself for the times that I don't show up. And I love myself for finding forgiveness. I love myself for this. I love myself for that. This area I need to work on, but I still love me. Looking at yourself in the mirror, looking at yourself in the mirror, just as you are, not worrying about what you will be or what you hope to be or what you wish would happen, and being like, well, hell, this is all, this is what I got. This is what I got. This is it. All of this is what I got. And I'm going to love it because it's what it is. Yes, I want more. Yes, I want to lose weight. Yes, I want to do this. Yes, I want to go here. But in this moment, you master saying, I love me as is. No chaser. When you start doing that, then the other stuff becomes a little bit easier. It does. It does. Overcoming limited mindsets. A lot of this stuff requires you to be honest with yourself. So for my people that say stuff like, I don't like being around other people, can you honestly tell yourself why? You don't even have to tell me. Can you honestly tell yourself why you have that feeling? I love that, Jennifer. Jennifer said, I will master saying it's okay. Let's try again. If you want to be a part of the human experience, you will. The human experience is about fucking up and getting it right the next time. Now, if you're dealing with somebody who keeps doing the same thing over and over again, that's another thing. They cheated on you. I'm sorry. Next week, they cheated on you. I'm sorry. The next week, after a few times, you realize this person really isn't sorry. See, thank you, Janelle, because you know I was going to ask you next time we talk. What is the truth behind that? You don't feel like you could be yourself around other people because people criticize the hell out of you. People made you feel uncomfortable. People made you feel like you were not okay just as you showed up. And they were a damn lie. They were a lie, Janelle. They were uncomfortable with their damn self. They were uncomfortable with themselves. So they had to look at you and criticize you. I want you to start showing up as a pure, authentic Janelle. The ones who run off say fuck them folks. And the people who are your people love you just like you are. Your dirty drawers and all, girl. They love it. Thank you, Trent. I can't help but be transparent. That's the thing that was my Achilles heel. Honestly, I tend to tell too much. Mm-mm. People felt like I tend to tell too much. I don't have anything to hide because if I could tell you my truth, then I can walk in my truth. If I could tell you who I am, I get to walk every day just like this motherfucker right here. This is how I get to show up in this house and on my lives. This is how I get to show up because I'm being honest. So you don't get to catch me on the street and be like, "Oh, Sharonda's a liar. She says she don't be out here arguing with people and she up here cussing somebody out." I might cuss somebody out in Walmart, so that's why I be telling y'all the truth. I don't. It's not my intentions, and I have ascended pretty high. I'm not bothered by most people, but I'm not saying I'm beyond it. It may happen. It may happen, and that's why I tell the truth. Janelle says, very uncomfortable putting on the fake front around people. Girl, that's why I stopped doing it. I'm telling you, I understand, Janelle. I promise you, I really do understand. I'm not very good at being phony. I never did it well. I used to get my mom a nerve. Why you gotta tell everybody everything? I'm like, because I don't see it as a big deal. Whatever. Your breath stinks. So why are you mad? You know, little kids be saying your breath stink. My mom be like, why you gotta say that? I have learned to pull back because people will use certain things against you. They will. They see something that they think is a weakness and they'll use it against you. Fuck them folks too. Yeah, Monty said I got scared to stop wait or to bust out my sage sometimes. Yeah. Even when it came to my altar, I felt weird about having an altar at first. And then finally I was like, fuck all that. My altar is outside because I burn candles and stuff. And I got little kids. I don't have time for flames, okay? So I put it outside. But when people come over, we always go out on my back. It's a screened in back patio. So we go out there, sit down, hang out. My husband get on the grill. People ask me questions. It is what it is. Because it's my truth. You don't have to have an altar if you don't like it. And if you don't like me for having an altar, you're in the wrong house. Man. Dana said, I sense dirty vibes from people. I do too. I do too. Girl, I have full blown dreams about snakes when I know real bad people are around me. When I can pick up on their energy. I sense dirty vibes, but again, people are people. Part of being in the human experience is allowing people to be people. Those dirty vibes that you sense about people, I guarantee you there was me at some point in my life. I guarantee you. You wouldn't have liked her. She was on some tripe shit. Yeah. That's what allows me to be so patient with people when I pick up those dirty vibes. Now, I'm not going to give you no ammo. I'm not handing you no rocks to throw at me. If I pick up that you kind of shady, I'm not giving you anything. And if I gave it to you before and I find out you kind of shady, I pull back. Yeah. But I don't give up on people because sometimes they serve a greater purpose. And sometimes you are the light. Self mastery. Self mastery tells you that sometimes I am the light. Sometimes I'm the only person that this person will ever see looking like life doesn't have to be about dirt all the time. Self mastery, baby. Y'all ready? Y'all sure y'all ready for the smile thing? Because me, Tabitha, and Farah, and all the people who are coming in to support us in this space, that's where we're going. That's where we're going. Trina said, don't fake it till you make it. Be you till it make do. Okay? Exactly, Rita. That's these people's problem. It's not fun. It's not fun. To this very day, I still run into the same thing. I thank God for y'all. I don't look for validation from y'all, but I thank God when y'all offer it, like the things you said tonight about appreciating the transparency, because those aren't the things I used to hear. My husband and my children, I get doted on all day long. I'm the best mommy in the world. My husband loves me. He thinks I'm a wonderful wife. Look, we had to get there, but that's what I get to experience. But outside in the world, I'm going to experience the people who aren't happy with who I am, the things that I say, the decisions that I make. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Dang, I took everybody from Black Queens. Ain't nobody live in Black Queens no more, y'all. It's all good though, because this video will show up later. But that's my point. Even things like that would bother me before. Dang, ain't nobody over in Black Queens watching my live. I must not be saying nothing good. Child, please. What I've come to find out about some of these groups is half the people in them who saying that they want healing, they really don't. Y'all be wanting a magic potion to make it all better. Okay, your magic potion is about to be self mastery. Have you joined Smile? Yep, I said that shit. Have you joined Smile? That's your magic potion. You're going to learn to master your damn self. for $5 a month. You're going to learn to master yourself. You're going to show up for you. You're going to come to your yoga class. Put the link over here on YouTube too. You're going to come take your yoga class. You're going to come learn about Reiki. You're going to learn how to cook vegan and vegetarian meals and desserts. You're going to learn how to draw with Trend. Trend is going to do a sip and draw to teach us how to draw simple things. It don't have to look beautiful. You don't have to be an artist, but it's something that you're mastering your ability to focus, and you're mastering your ability to love the moment, to just be in a moment, to do something that's fun, something that's going to make you smile, something that's yours and you created it. It don't have to be perfect. Yes, ma'am. All day long, all day. You coming? Y'all ready? I want to see some people joining. I want to see more people. I want to see you inviting your people for $5 a month to learn how to master the shit that they come in and complain to you about. I don't know how to get rid of this man. Self mastery. I don't know how to get a better job. Self mastery. I don't know how to manifest a better life. Self mastery. I'm not good at focusing. I need help with procrastination. Self motherfucking mastery. And that's what I got for you. That's all I got. It's what I got, but it's golden. Dang all right. Smile. Dang all right. The Self Mastery Institute for Learning Empowerment. That's awesome. Thank you, Linky. Yes. Some of this stuff really can be worked through. I've been through some hard times. This shit didn't look good. I don't know what it is about me. I don't know what it is about me that people don't feel like I need that level of encouragement. I think I've always come across so strong that people don't feel like she don't need no encouragement. That just was not my experience. I've had people be like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you," and I've had a few people like the Tabithas and the Pharaohs of the world, and even Princess used to be like, "Well, you should do this, you should do that." People who kind of push me in a direction. I've had a few of them show up. But I listen to some of the stuff that people say that people do for them, and I'd be like, "Damn, okay, well, let me be that for me then." Let me be that for me then. And that's what y'all are going to master, showing up for you. I'm just making sure y'all ready for this. Hey, London. I'm just making sure you're ready for this. That's what, if you had any confusion about what this self mastery thing was about, that's what it is. All the things that you want for life, mastering yourself so you can get it. Jennifer said, "That's me. Everyone assumes I'm okay all the time." Yep. No one used to think to check on me too because they assume I got it all together. Not always the case. Girl, I don't know what I'd be doing. You look, I'm not sure what that was about. But I'm okay because true, my first my first little, what's the word I'm looking for? My first connection to validation is spirit. That's number one. Spirit lets me know through my constant connection that I am good, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, that I'm following God's will, that I'm making the right strides. That's my first one. I get validated through spirit. Then I validate myself. Okay, you wrote down you're going to do 5 things today and you only got 3 done. Get that shit, girl. At least you got 3 done. Put the other 2 on tomorrow. We're going to get them things done too. And I still celebrate who I am. Not beating myself up for what I don't do. Not beating myself up for all the mistakes I've made. Not beating myself up for all the men that I dealt with. Mm-mm. I validate who I am. Those things taught you something. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed that I went through the attempted suicide thing. Not embarrassed at all because I become stronger. I found her. Through that, I found her. I realized, okay, well, she's not going to be taken out of here. And my son's father, y'all, after I attempted suicide, my mom, for whatever random reason, decided to tell my son's father where I was. So he called DFACS. Mind you, my son was with his father when I did this. He called the Department of Children and Family Services and he told them what happened. And it was so crazy because number one, he didn't really want him nowhere. Let's just be honest. But number two, he felt like he should have him, but he wasn't even on his birth certificate. He didn't even make sure he got on the birth certificate. So it was crazy. So he could have became a ward of the state, right? Spirit. I go down because they want to meet with me, Department of Children and Family Services. I go down there, take him down there so they can talk to him too. And the lady that I met with said to me, girl, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've thought about killing myself at least once a month. I don't do it. I have no intention of trying it. But she said, at least once a month, I want to die. So I understand where you're coming from, and I'm not judging you. So we're going to get you through this. I found her. Yeah. hmm So this man wanted to see life even harder for me. That's what I'm telling you. I tend to be surrounded by people who want to make life a little bit harder for me for some reason. He wanted to make life harder. And I fought tooth and nail. When we ended up going to court, the judge gave me everything. I am primary custodian. The only thing he got was his name on the birth certificate. And they put him on child support. They did. And he kept my last name because he was fighting for that too. Yeah. So self mastery. I don't know how to explain it any clearer than that. You fight for you, and the spirit fights for you too. And then life is better. People won't always give it to you. People won't always give you what you need. A lot of times they're not going to give you what you need, but you're going to master your damn self today. You're going to master you today. Hanging out with this girl over here, I got you. I got you covered. So I just wanted to share my story. I didn't mind putting it out there. It's in YouTube land now. It's in Facebook land now. Hell, I've told it before. Ain't nothing new. Y'all probably haven't heard it, but I've told the story before. But guess what I come out as at the end? The victorious one. At the end of my story, I will always come out as the victorious one. That's what your story is. Know that whatever you're going through right now, you will master it yourself and you will come out with victory. And that's the work that we're about to do. So I'm just grateful for all of you for listening. I'm grateful you came on. I know the story was a little heavy at the beginning, and that's okay. I understand not everybody wants that, can handle that. But for those of y'all who were able to hang in, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining S.M.I.L.E. Thank you for continuing to be a support to me by showing up all the time and being on these lives and learning and doing what we do, coming to class every Sunday, coming on the lives. We done did two. This is second live tonight, right? This is number 2. And y'all have showed up both times. Many of you showed up both times. If you're ready to do some self-mastery work, join S.M.I.L.E. If you need some one-on-one work, if you're struggling and you need some special one-on-one attention, you come find me. The link tree is over here in Black Queens. On YouTube, you click that about link and it'll send you straight to my website. You send me information for a consultation. We're going to do this. We're going to get this all the way together. Good night, Jennifer. We'll get this life together. We're going to master this shit. Okay? So I will talk to y'all later. You are so very welcome, Lydia. Thank you for coming. I love y'all with all parts of my heart, all parts of my being. I send each and every single one of you that watches these videos so much light, so much love. I pray that your life becomes everything you desire. I pray it becomes every single thing you desire. And I pray I can be there to support you. So much peace and many blessings. Good night.